Hey guys, it's Adam here with another tutorial on how to set up the TradePadPro this time. So, once you've purchased it from the MQL Marketplace and installed it, you'll find it underneath the Expert Advisors tab. All you need to do is double click it. It will come up this time with a few more settings than the TradePad Lite. These additional settings include the trailing stop, and there's also some additional buttons available on the chart, which we'll get into soon. We have the default pips distance of 5, which is just the distance of the lines in default. When you double click the button, you can obviously change this and the computer will calculate the lot sizing correctly no matter where you move them. The account balance to risk, I have default at 1%, but you can set that to anything you wish. Magic number is not very important. Now we move down to the trailing stop settings. So if we want to use a trailing stop, for instance, for a scalping strategy or any kind of strategy which you use a trailing stop on, and then set it any of the distance. So if you want to have the trailing stop in points at 3 pips, so this is points by the way, so 30 is 3, and then the distance in points from entry to start the trailing stop. So in this setting here, you're not going to have the trailing stop engage until you're in profit by 5 pips. And likewise, once you're in 5 pips profit, you're always going to trail your position by 3 pips here. Once we're happy with these settings, this currency of events and alert settings are explained in my news alert tutorial, which I'll have in the thumbnail beside me. So moving over to the common tab, we have the allow algo trading ticked as always. And now let's go to OK. Make sure that the play button is on. As you can see in this one, the buttons have not shown up straight away. All you have to do is move the vertical scale just a little bit. And then we have most of the buttons. One has not shown up yet. Sometimes there we go. So here we have, in addition to the TradePad Lite buttons available here, we also have a Pro Buy and a Pro Sell button too. So to begin, we have just the standard market buttons here: market entry, market buy, market sell. If you double click on that, you'll see that you can move this line here, move the stop loss here, and you could click execute if you like, and now you're in a buy position. Close that down. Moving on to the buy limit, we can see that we have now got the entry below. Here we have the take profit moved again. Just double click that, and now here I can double click and move the buy entry anywhere I like. Let's have the limit order down here for now, and we just click on execute again. Now we have executed a buy limit order. If price comes down to this level, we will enter a buy position. Same goes for the sell limit and for the buy stop as well. We can now move the take profit up here, buy entry here, and stop loss down here. If we want to do a buy stop, all we need to do is then click execute. And now if price comes up to this level, we will enter a buy position. Likewise for sell stop as well. Now, a unique function of the TradePad Pro is we have the Pro Buy and the Pro Sell buttons. So all we need to do is just double click on the Pro Buy. You're going to find there is this new line here called the trigger line. What this is a buy stop, but it will only be engaged once price has come down and hit the trigger line. So if you trade a supply and demand strategy, but you only want to enter once price is moving back in your direction, this is going to be quite a helpful strategy for you. As well, you don't need to be there at the charts to engage the buy stop. So all you would need to do is bring the trigger line down here. Let's say we've got this area of demand here. Move our entry line just to be above, and let's move our trigger line to here. If price comes down past your entry line, it will not enter until we go and hit the trigger line, which is in your demand zone right there. So once you hit the demand zone, you'll then have the buy stop engaged. And in this case, price will only enter you into your position if you go back up. And then once price goes back up, then you'll enter the buy position. So if price comes down, hits the trigger line, but doesn't go back up and keeps going down, you'll never take a loss in that particular position. So that's what makes this quite a helpful function. Same goes for the pro sell. It's quite self-explanatory. You'll get used to it quite quickly. Bring our stop loss here. Let's say we've got an area of supply up here somewhere maybe, but we don't want to put a sell limit. All we need to do is leave these lines on the chart. Once price actually crosses over the trigger line, then it will automatically engage the sell stop for you. And then if price comes down, then you'll enter the position. So this is more of a hands-off approach. It's really good if you have a VPS just sitting there off to the side. You've set up your trade and you don't need to watch this again. As well, please don't forget to watch my tutorials on setting up the news alert and the SMTP and the push notifications to your phone from the terminal. Otherwise, you will not receive the news alerts, which are featured within both the TradePad Pro and the TradePad Lite. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe and follow for the next one. Thanks, guys.